Welcome back to a brand new episode of Cosmic Confessions. I'm your host, CrashLit, and today I'm really excited to be joined by Chili Peppers catcher Adam Arroyo. Adam, how are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Before we get any further, I got to ask, are you live streaming this today for all your fans?
Nope, just me and you. Yep, just the
I
confessions.
will be asking about that later, but figured I'd just, see if you're trying to, get them tapped into this, see if, they had any thoughts on it. And I'm sure it'll definitely be exciting to, learn more about your story through this, especially like me, you're also SoCal kids and you're a SoCal kid. And, we're going to the West Coast this week. So, definitely
Yes,
closer
sir.
to home for both of us. So very
Yep,
excited about that.
100%.
Before we go any further into the interview, be sure to subscribe to Cosmic Confessions. You can find us on Apple, Spotify, all the audio sites. And if you want the video version so you can see more of the setup here, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at CrashLit in order to see that. And also show Adam some love on Instagram at Adam Arroyo with 2 O's at the end there. So be sure to show him some love. And Adam, I do just want to ask you, just kind of like really just start off, kind of what really just inspired you, build your brand, live stream everything, especially during games. Like you're always like this. You got your phone on the tripod. If you're not catching, you're holding it, always talking to your fans like this, and you always have position so they can see you when you're behind the plate or at bat.
100%. So I guess content creation got started for me as far back as Minecraft. I used to live stream when I was like, 12, 10 years old doing that. I was even live streaming like Club Penguin back in the day, but I was back on YouTube like in 2010. So I was really young. I was about 8 years old when I got into it. And then I took breaks and stuff, but basically getting back to the baseball side of things, I focused super hard at baseball. And in college, I ran into some, medical big scare, where I had blood clots and almost got my arm cut off. So they told me I was never going to, throw a baseball again. I was never going to play. And I jumped through a lot of hoops just to be able to, be here today, still playing ball, still, able to, come out here and be all A-OK. So a lot went into it, but, I thought my road was done with baseball. And when it came to my playing career being done in my head, where at least other people's heads, they were saying, yeah, it's done. And I wasn't accepting that. I'm like, no, it's not done. Okay. I'm going to find a way to go out there, throw every day. Even if, no one cares, I'm going to, post it online. I'm going to start coming up with drills. I'm a big mobility guy. So at the time I was out stretching every single day for hours on end. People thought I was crazy. They're like, what is this guy doing? My neighbors are looking at me that, played in the minor leagues, and they're like, I don't know what he's doing. And I'm out there, working my butt off. And then, it came to the ear throw drill. The ear throw drill really got me started. Basically, I just put a ball by my ear and I threw, and I always knew I could really throw hard because I have really like weird mobility and stuff. So basically, I have good layback and then hyperextended arms and stuff. So I was able to throw hard from the catcher position, and I showcased that drill. It went viral. The Japanese got into it. They were, it went like worldwide. So when I say the Japanese, they're probably the biggest baseball audience. They are diehard baseball. Dominicans the same way, but Japanese, they have like schools for baseball and everything, and they're like crazy about it there. So they were all learning that throw. They were learning the ear throw drill. And I went from doing the ear throw drill to just posting. And I was an early pioneer onto YouTube, just reposting baseball clips. Everybody started copying it. Competition happens when you start to run into success. So there was a lot of people, kind of doing what I was doing, but they weren't able to go out and throw a ball hard and hit a ball hard. And that's what I was always, working on when I was, growing up. So I just combined my nerdy side of, knowing content and me loving baseball, my love for baseball, and me playing baseball all into one. So it was like a trilogy of things that, kind of went in together. And, it's got this cool combination that's worked out for me to be able to, come to get this opportunity to play cosmic baseball. It really started where I went to a home run derby. I got a call last second, like some guy got hurt. The natural baseball player got hurt, and they were like, yo, you want to come out here for a home run derby? And I was just asking, like, just kind of for fun. I was like, yo, get me in this derby. And I knew it was the next day. And they were like, all right, fly out here. And I was like, okay. So I told my dad, we flew out, and I was like, this is crazy. And then the last thing, I was like meeting all the creators and stuff at the Derby, and I wasn't talking to nobody. So Austin was just there on the way out, and I was like, yo, bro, what's that cosmic stuff you're doing? Like, what's that glow in the dark stuff? Corey Cubano was there. He was talking all about it and stuff. And I was like, how can I get on that team? And then I just asked Austin on the way out, one sentence. I was with my camera guy, so he saw the whole thing. And yeah, it was literally just one sentence that made this all happen, but it wouldn't have started if I never, didn't go through. If I never started posting, I thought people might think I'm weird. They might be like, yo, what is this guy doing? Like, he's done, he's washed up, whatever it may be. And I'm like, no, I could do things people really, really want to see. I could do things that a lot of people can, even in the major leagues. And I'm going to go make this my job. I'm going to go out there, be an entrepreneur. I'm going to go start catcher drills. I'm going to make my love and obsession of, training and playing baseball, where I get to showcase my tools that have always been good in terms of all the baseball side of things. But to really showcase that was to get it out there. And really, I had to start. And if I never started, I wouldn't have got this opportunity to be out here playing. So it's crazy, but definitely. I got strong belief the man upstairs has done a lot of this for me, and I gotta, be a good role model and to, always be trying to make people happy. I've grown this really big community. So when I stream every single game, it's like people seeing my journey of like, just being a guy that's going out and hitting and being the weird outcast, every single day training, like no one my age is training. They're going and getting jobs, and I'm just out there training with my dad. My dad's throwing me BP, and they're like watching. And now they get to see me play in front of sold out crowds and living my dream of, doing YouTube and baseball, mainly baseball, but to bring YouTube into it, to have a job out of this and to have a community has grown to so much more than I could have thought. So definitely awesome. But the reason I stream is, this is, a job, but it's my love. And I get to showcase that. And like, I was already doing that with Minecraft, with Club Penguins. So it's just like a continuation of that, of doing what I love, but making it a job, and like still getting like, not having to do the 9 to 5, to be able to play baseball and to do social media. Everything's growing on social media, the new generations, the social media generation. So I'm just, following suit and trying to make it work. And it's definitely worked up to this far, right? So
I'd say it has for you, especially considering, at least on Instagram, where I mainly kind of see your content. You've got over 400,000 followers. Definitely impressive there. But I want to go back to something you said early on, just in your previous response, Adam, was you talked about just almost having blood clot issues and almost losing your arm. What did you just learn about yourself from just being told you might lose your arm, you're never going to play again?
Yeah, so I guess the biggest thing that came out of it was getting humbled. Like when you go through emergency surgery, like when you think you're going to die and you're not sure if you're going to be there the next day, it's probably the most humbling thing that you could have. It's the scariest thing that you'll ever face, or any human will ever face, or at least that I think, at least for me. So it was humbling knowing that, like, it could all be taken away, your life. Baseball isn't the biggest thing, it's not. That's like what I realized. And then when I was, still living and happy to be alive the next day, it was okay. The human nature kicked in. I'm going to do what I love. I love baseball. I'm going to make this work. I'm not listening to nobody. So I guess, the biggest takeaway would just be like knowing that every day is not, given, even though it's cliche. And to understand that there's bigger things than just baseball. Cosmics really helped me see that, there's little kids that go to the games. They don't even know what you've done. You could strike out 3 times. They have no clue. They're just happy to see you. They're just happy to be there and watch baseball. And when I think about my YouTube and like the community that I've grown, there's been so many people telling me their trials, tribulations, and how, me posting videos has helped them, and me doing live streams and talking to them has helped them. And I go, everybody's just, age is just a number. Everyone's a human. And that's the very humanizing aspect that I love from sports and baseball, is that, it always humbles you. It always finds a way to humble you within the game itself, but it brings the kid out of everybody. So you see all these kids at Cosmic having fun. We're the kids on the field having fun. We're the big kids wearing, goofy stuff, doing goofy things, and I think just getting back to that kid having fun playing baseball and getting every other fan to experience that, and to, not have all the politics or whatever you believe in, religion, whatever it is, just to have that acceptance is a clear thing that can, unify all of us. And I think baseball really does a good job with that, especially cosmic baseball.
And you kind of lead me right into my next question here, Adam, which is I want to ask you just when you made your cosmic debut, you put on the uniforms that first time you got to experience the lights go out, the black lights come on, the uniforms react to the black lights. What was that experience like for you? And just can you talk about just what that's been like to, play in the dark and, really just kind of embrace embrace the dark with the UV reactive uniforms while still being true to yourself?
It's literally like a video game. That's the best way that I can explain it. So everything gets faster, everything looks cooler. It doesn't look like real life. Playing baseball my whole life, you've never seen baseball like this. And the fans are all into it. The energy just kind of upticks, like double the energy, especially compared to a college summer ball game. I would say like it's that 4th of July summer ball game every single time, but times 10. So playing in it, yeah, it is hard. It's a bit more challenging to see the ball for sure. The pop flies are going to be harder. The pitches are going to look faster. And everything kind of gets a little bit more, difficult, but it's like a video game. It's fun. You just have to have fun with it and understand, hey, you fail, that's baseball. And it's even more of a video game to be, playing and glow in the dark. So it's just try to erase it, get on to the next pitch. Same thing, same baseball, just harder to see, more video game-like, almost not like real life. It's kind of, you always question, is this real? Is this real? Like, it's crazy.
Well, you kind of talked about the hitting, so I do want to ask you what it's like to be behind the plate, especially since early on the season when you had some good throwouts and caught guys stealing bases in Cosmic especially. You really fully embraced that Cosmic catcher. I think you one of your posts, like I said, I became the Cosmic catcher for throwing guys out like this.
I was trying to showcase everybody. Yeah,
but especially you. But I mean, just because you highlighted it with just you. I'm not saying you weren't trying to showcase anyone else. You weren't. You were also shining light on everyone in that way. Really, what was cool about that was it just shows like what's that like to just though be behind the plate and just have to take those pitches from the guys and then also be having to still patrol the bags while you're behind the plate.
It's very hard to see. It's very hard, to hear. Everything's, louder because of the energy, compared to a regular game. You might hear runner, you don't really hear that as much. You kind of just sense things. So you'll see movement or like you'll feel energy, like it gets louder. You kind of know something's happening. But yeah, definitely. I was just trying to showcase Cosmic. So like when I was doing the throws and stuff, I'm like, hey, this is the coolest throw I've ever done because it's in Cosmic, because it's in glow in the dark. I was trying to showcase the whole thing. Not everybody. I was trying to showcase everything, being Cosmic and stuff. But definitely, yeah, regular throwouts, dude. You throw a person out in Cosmic, it's 10 times better.
For sure. And the other thing you've gotten to do a few times, and it seems like it's been more consistent lately, is you've taken part in the home run derby where you even have that distinct, is that a bear crawl? Just that crawl out you do from the dugout. It looked really cool, I think, this past weekend when your teammates were shimmying, the foggers there, and then you just come out, live stream tripod in hand, and you're crawling out before you hit. I think you even had like 2 bats or something like that.
Yeah. So in summer ball, I was out in Walla Walla, Washington, playing with the Sweets, and I would do this routine every day. Why I was telling you earlier in this conversation, people would think I'm crazy is because they would see me over at the park across the street with a ball on my back, doing bear crawls for hours on end, like doing, a bear crawl there, sideways, different variations, backwards bear crawls, having a ball on my back, not letting it drop. And basically it was to build up forearm strength. That's like very important in baseball, protecting the UCL for a catcher, really important to have big forearms and wrist strength to, steal different strikes, steal that low pitch. But there's just a lot of things where baseball players, forearms are really important. That's probably the biggest thing, your lower half, your core and your forearms. So I was basically hitting all of that through bear crawls, and I got the nickname Bear Crawl out in the Walla Walla Suites because they saw me doing that so much. So I actually, even on the player day, I had a jersey that said Bear Crawl on the back. But yeah, that's why I was just like, okay, I've been running with that everybody that knows me knows I do bear crawls like that. In terms of back home, when I was, doing mobility and stuff 24/7. Out here, it's a lot harder because I've just been, playing. And then on my off days, I've been, very lazy, brain bed rotting, I'd say.
Tell me about it.
Compared to, just getting after it every day, not knowing what the next day is going to be. I think when you know what the next day is going to be and you have a schedule and you just get that off day, you're just trying to have a nice off day. Just it's much needed, especially when you're catching a lot. And the bullpens are also a lot too. So you're always catching. So even if you have an off day, still going to be putting in some work, and especially with the streaming too, lots of energy always going into it. But you got to, especially when you see that you can change, people's positions and happiness when they're with their life that they're in right now. And you get messages like that and you go, okay, definitely need to keep bringing this energy, keep the same environment that we've been keeping.
Absolutely. And going back to the home run derby itself, what's that like to be a part of the actual derby itself once you get to the plate and you have just those 45 seconds to just, and it's not like for those who don't know, it's not like the all-star home run derbies where you swing, you wait for the ball to fall, and then you go. It's rapid fire for 45 straight seconds.
Yep, you get what you get. You don't throw a fit, It's entertainment ball. You got to entertain. You want to do your best job to put on a show, but hey, if you do bad, you do bad. Let them say L's, let them say haha, whatever it is. It's just at the end of the day, it's getting fans in their seats if they want to see a certain content dude like Austin Schultz do it. But yeah, it's definitely scary. It's scary because, everybody's got their eyes on you. You got 45 seconds, you're limited. And, if the pitcher throws strikes, it's good. If they throw it where you like it, it's good. And if not, it's not good. And and if you could just go up there, you could not do good one day. You could just have a bad round, and that's baseball. But definitely a big spotlight, and it's a huge entertaining factor, and it's really scary to do it. Even just doing it every time, you can get used to it, more used to it, but it's still just adrenaline's pumping.
That's kind of what it seems like, especially when you do have a good round, and then you see the guy walks back, does a bat flip, and just gets completely moshed by the team.
100%. Yeah, it's the best.
I also do want to ask you now, what's just in general your favorite part of just Cosmic in general since you've gotten here?
I'd say the baseball part still stands. For me, throwing out a runner is like second, and hitting a home run is first. So I'd say nothing beats the home run, even being a catcher. Like nothing beats hitting a home run, running around the bases. And I'm talking about a legit bomb. Like if you perfect up a ball and everybody's like, hey, yo, I didn't know he could hit that far. He don't look like he could hit that far. I always love that. But yeah, I'd say favorite part about Cosmic besides just the baseball and talking about Cosmic, I'd say the fans, like the fans showing up to the field and, giving another show, another variation of a show, right? So entertainment ball's growing so fast. There's new leagues popping up 24/7. This is the only league that's, UV reactive. This is the only league that can do that. So I would say seeing, the fans' faces and experiences after, those lights go out and seeing how different it is and, what that kind of offers, and then hearing at the end what their favorite part of like the stuff was. And usually it goes to be the derby, but a lot of times it's just the lights. And I'd say favorite part is hearing like the fans' experience and like talking to the fans, and then meeting the fans that know you. When you meet a fan that knows you and you've known them for a while, nothing beats that. You see supporters that come out to see you. It's kind of unfathomable, and it's like surreal, and it's like, okay, this is crazy. Now I'm in this position. Like I was the little kid fanboying over, Yadier Molina just, 10 years ago. So it's kind of crazy that this is the new baseball, and it's kind of becoming that way.
Do you have any interactions with fans that really stand out to you at all? Like, especially in the post game where, once again, I'm going to bring this up because, it's a big part of what you do during games. You will be live streaming the post-game block party as you're signing for fans and, talking with them and everything.
100%. So my idea was like showcase every single stop, show every single game. People can go watch back their moments. Like if they're in the stream, to make it more fan interactive, not just to be a broadcast that's like a professional broadcast, more like of that POV kind of feel. Like you're with me, you're walking with me. This is my life. You're kind of joining into my life. This is what you see, like exactly what I see. But yeah, I'd say the fans that if I had to pick one, that's hard to just pick one. But there's been multiple fans that I've been with for like a year, 2 years that were like, yo, like you're the reason I came out to this game. Like this is like they've been talking for a while, and then I meet their parents, and their parents are saying like, thank you for being a good role model. And I'm just like, hey yo, like good thing like I'm good on camera because I could definitely be a lot worse. So I'm like, okay, it's kind of awesome to see like that good work that you put in, that energy that you put in, like kind of reciprocate and that you get that energy back. So I'd say, yeah, there's been one fan. I'll just say his name, Jackson Fritchie. And I met, his family, and they gave me some really cool, pointers, like, not really cool questions and stuff that I gave pointers to him about his catching. And, he made a cosmic wall that he put my signature on the wall in his house that was UV reactive and stuff. And he showed me the whole cosmic wall and stuff. So that was really cool. But there's been a lot of fans like that I've known, and I don't want to just say my one favorite, but Jackson, if you're watching, shout out to Jackson, and yeah, shout out to the fam. And I played catch with his sister, him. I got him on the field, so that was really cool. But definitely there's been a lot, and I don't want to like not count anybody. So if you're watching, I love all you guys that come up to me and say what's up, and that come to the game. So I'm not trying to just say one, okay?
I wasn't going to hold you to anything if you hadn't wanted to hear any, if you didn't want to say any names for that very reason, Adam. But anyways, I do want to now talk to you since, as I mentioned earlier, Cosmic Baseball is for the next couple weeks, heading out to the West Coast. We'll go to Reno this week, starting tomorrow. And then the following week, we got 2 games in Fresno. So what's got you really excited being, closer to home, and just, getting to potentially play just around, a lot of people, you grew up with, close friends, that sort of thing?
Yeah, super excited. I'd say Fresno's like a bit away. It's like 4 hours away, but it's still California. So, I mean, hey, it's not no Newport Beach where you live. It's not no like Orange County, but definitely Fresno's California. So I hope the fans are like, hey, like I hear all these people when they go to their home states and they're like announcing, they're like, oh, now from Ohio, Max Freeze. And then like they all go crazy, or like, yeah, Michigan, like Max Veron. And like, you know what I mean? Like, so like, I'm like, hey, I'm looking forward to the fans repping out the California boy. I guess we only have so many California guys on the team. So I think Aiden Alger is also California, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, a couple California guys. So happy to go rep out, have fun. But when it gets closer to home, obviously, definitely excited. Hopefully some friends can come out. Definitely had some, already asked for tickets. So I might have to try to get more and stuff. But yeah, just happy to play Cosmic wherever it's at. Obviously, California is a plus.
For sure, yeah. Those are ones I'm really excited about, especially getting just see people that you don't get to see just due to us traveling so much. So just really exciting in that regard. And a couple more questions I got for you, Adam, before I let you go and these are the ones I ask everybody who comes onto Cosmic Confessions. It's, what's the best advice that you've ever received?
Best advice. Dude. I mean, it sounds like super cliche, but I guess like keep going, because like, every single day is, it's a choice. You get up, you got to go and keep going. You could sit there and regress, but to have that growth mindset, you have to not just have discipline, but like the heart for it. So I guess having that heart for like, hey, keep going. You've been knocked down, get back up. Now you're up. Hey, don't worry, because somebody's going to come knock you down. Keep going. Fight against yourself. It's like not another person, but like that other person of you, that other version of you, like, that's not the growth mindset, like being lazy and whatever that may be. Right. So I'd say, keep going. Yeah, keep going. Never give up. There's a lot of ways to say it, but yeah, just keep going.
All right, finally, Adam, this is where I give you the floor. What do you got to say to all the Cosmic fans out there? Why should they come to a game if they haven't come to one already?
Okay, so obviously the main thing is the difference. Entertainment ball, you're going to see all the types of cool highlights and stuff, but you're not going to see glow-in-the-dark baseball. Okay, so when it comes down to it, UV reactive baseball is probably the coolest thing that you're going to be able to aesthetically see. It's like a big nightclub. It's like a big rave. So it's kind of like that, first kids, like the kids' first experience at a rave. It's a family inclusive thing. Everyone's like, welcome. So I'd say thank you to all the fans, but you need to come to a Cosmic game. You've never been to a Cosmic game. You need to see at least the glow in the dark. You see, I have the lights there. You've seen lights in people's rooms all the time, but you haven't seen the lights on the baseball. You haven't seen the ball glow, and you haven't seen that if you haven't seen a Cosmic game. So I'd say, yeah, the content creators and stuff of being kind of like a creator league is really cool. And you're going to see your favorite dudes out there like Austin Schultz and Corey and Francis and everybody doing their thing. And it's kind of like a cool creator league where you're going to see your content dudes doing that. But the glow in the dark is definitely the main thing. The main thing is that those aesthetics. So that's the big difference. Everybody can play baseball good. Everybody, can dance and entertainment ball. Everybody can, do some trick plays and stuff like that. But you can't do the UV reactive. So across just baseball alone right now, it's crazy. But they're going full sports. Can't even imagine. Cosmic is going to be giant. So you need to come watch. You're early. Come watch some baseball. All right. Don't knock it. Even if you don't like the other entertainment baseballs and you like traditional baseball only, just come check out Cosmic. It's not that crazy of a difference between traditional baseball, even though it's like not as Broadway as you think. If that's like why you don't want to watch it because it's just all dances. We do some dances, but it's not all dances. It's a lot of baseball. It's more baseball than the other guys. All right. So that's the big point I got.
Well, you heard it from Adam Arroyo himself, why you should come to a Cosmic game. Adam Arroyo, thank you so much for joining me here today on Cosmic Confessions.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and that's going to do it for us here today on Cosmic Confessions. Big thanks again to Chili Peppers catcher Adam Arroyo. Be sure to show him some love on social media. Follow him on Instagram at Adam Arroyo with an extra O at the end there. Be sure to subscribe to this podcast on both audio and video sites. And I'll see you all next time in a brand new episode of Cosmic Confessions.
Yeah.